Fellow Guyanese, good night to each and every one of you all over the world. And every time I get a video trying to think I have to address the two nations, the East Indian descent and the African descent. When will you all open up your eyes and understand that the politician on both sides of the fence is not belonging to you, only themselves, friends and corrupt families? When will you all understand that you all are being exploited? When we had the British, your ancestor, like mine, vote for party they want. One vote for Indian, one vote for black. In a country with 6 races. You are not seeing that you have brought your own destruction upon you. Under the British, everybody had to be in school as a kid. Or the white man, as you will say, who I call European, would have somebody at your house to find out why you're not in school. Today, under the Indian and black leadership, you could be anywhere, even in the whole house, nobody cared. The rum shop, nobody cared. Think what you all have done to a beautiful country that don't belong to none of you. And when I say none of you, you have done it to yourself, not me. You have give up your birthrights when you say you emancipated and you were slave. And the Indian give up their birthrights when they said the day of arrival. Well, if you have a day of arrival and you're following ancestor, I think you should be depart. And if you're free as a black man and woman, African, and your ancestor was emancipated, then Africa is welcoming back their lost grandchildren. And that country belonged to an indigenous race, 9 tribes, the Amerindian, which many of you Indian men and African men have sex with them, breed them, like y'all have no respect for human being. The curse of the land is falling upon all of you. Couple days ago, Mr. Ali, the president, was having a cleanup campaign in Georgetown. He spent a lot of time around the coast. I am very honored to see that he's there, but I'll be honest with you. For that kind of salary you're getting, I think I would have cleaned the whole of Georgetown, and I won't go by the Supreme Court where we have judges who do what we want them to do because they're afraid of their position and losing their job. But I want you all to understand. Guyana, with the land, every Guyanese should get land and money to build their house due to the oil, the gold, the diamond, and the mineral. But Barnum have lied to you, the black race. And one thing I respect y'all for, y'all come out against him. And that will cause the death of Rodney, Uini, Dublin, Mr. Waddle, and not forgetting Vincent Tika, and many more, men like Saturday Shaw and Gregory Shaw. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm getting at, politicians don't like you to speak out against them, especially when they're full in their pocket, have thieving friends making them right, and pure corruption. But changes are coming. I know they're going to kill a few, and they're going to kill a lot, but how far y'all are going? There was a man named Shah of Iran. Ayatollah overthrew him, stay in France and overthrow him. He killed over 75,000 and a couple of hundred lawyers, judges, police, military, and those who were back in the Shah. And not long after, they said the Shah get cancer and dead. I want you all read through the line. Chavez of Venezuela, he died with cancer after giving America the mouth. Not long after, Fidel Castro died. Check it out. I want you all to analyze it. Saddam was a terrible man. They hang him. His 2 sons or 3 all dead. Gaddafi, the love of Africa, according to many people. I was there, but I didn't follow the man teaching. But they kill him in a gutter, and they kill his children. What I'm trying to tell you, the killer could be killed. And every killer have your number. And when you politician hire the black man or the coolie man to kill, remember they're going to tell somebody. And you, the killer, I want you to know this. When you kill for them, they got somebody to kill you quick before you talk. Or kill your whole family and you. And that is how they continue doing it. Learn from mistakes of others and learn from the past. You are not political hitman for corrupt politicians because they got somebody waiting to kill you. And when they offer you the job and you refuse it, you die by accident, or if you see a doctor, wrong medication. or you got some disease, or they poison you in the food and the supermarket you buy your things. So be careful. You, the police and the army, and you, the killers, don't fall in that trap. Many of them was killed. Gregory Smith, they say he died in Cayenne. Well, if he really did, find out it was a political hitman kill him too, because he was accused of Walter Rodney death. The youngest black historian of the world, 32 to 33 years of age. Is you black people not ashamed to see under Burnham government a great leader was put down for his ideology, for bringing food to your table, and to see all of you live in peace with your own land, and only you talk about slavery and emancipation? And learn one thing, and I always say again, what goes around comes around. So my friends, I just want you to know, if you see the president cleaning Georgetown, tell you go by Lapentere and clean it. Clean them trench. I have nothing against that, because you are not the only one fooled by hypocrites. They are making millions. They got duty-free concession. And when they resign or retire, they got a pension for life. What you get as a cane cutter? What you get as the army and the police, the teachers, the doctors, the nurse? What have you got? You got nothing but disaster, especially if you have children. And if you die, what will become of your children? If the president die, ex and present die, their children are taken care of. Or you people will not stop fooling yourself and being an asshole. Or you want to go back into slavery? Think of it. So unite together and put an end to this nonsense. Or your daughters will become whores, and your son will become drug lords and killers and garden cleaners. Is that what you want? Tell me. I am appealing to y'all. And you corrupt judges, magistrates, don't take side, because they're going to call your name. One thing with coolie people, politicians, or blacks. You know, I had John to kill Tom. And they will get somebody for kill Tom quick before he talk. And you know that judge by the name of Henry? Well, I get Henry for lock up Walter. That's how they do it. And they hand your name over. One day the postman might be knocking your door. Take back Benchcoff. They lock him up. And because he was talking a lot about them under the Barrett administration, suddenly his house burned down, and I heard his mother or his child die. You think that was an accident of fire? That was a political thing. That's why I promise you, changes are coming. And I want you to understand, Mr. Ali, President, you spoke in the UN about the Pan-African trade slave or something like that, and you're right. But are you speaking out against your Muslim brothers in Libya selling young black people as slaves right now? Or Egypt? Or Saudi Arabia? And these Arab countries that you don't born in, if you go to work, you can't even make sure in there and they carry a citizenship. And Liberia, all of them the same thing. Think of it. So if they cannot help their own close to them, why will they come to Guyana to help 11% Muslim? And if they so believe in the teaching of Prophet Muhammad, Saudi Arabia should stop joining hands to go against Yemen, another Muslim who more close to Allah than Guyanese Muslim, because most of you come up from Hindu religion. Sorry, but it's the truth. I was there. I am considered to be a Muslim, not y'all. And I'm concerned to be a Christian, not the so-called priest you got in Guyana. Do you know the meaning of a priest, an imam, or a pandit? They are the shepherd of the last sheep. And they must stand up to defend you against corrupt politicians and other things. So my fellow black brothers and sisters, stop fighting one another over color or race and think of your future. And you Indians do the same. You all are not enemy. The politicians divide you all to do that. You all need your own home. You need a salary every month because the country can afford it, not the politician and the bank. And I'm calling on all embassies, Canada, US, if any one of the ministers in parliament have a citizenship to your country, it's an act of treason because they cannot serve two masters. Jesus said it, Muhammad fought against it, and with the Mahabharat war in India, that is what your prophet as Hindu fought against also. You got to decide which country you love. So I want to ask all foreign embassy, Do not allow no Guyanese who are citizens of your country to be in Guyana Parliament. Because whatever law they make against the nation shall come upon your doorstep or your shore. Because you are allowing it. Do not allow it, America, Canada, England, and elsewhere. And I'm calling on the Guyana government. Don't talk about the African slave. Open up the door to the Africans, young, intelligent, brilliant people. But do not go in for Black Lives Matters and division of racism or religion problem. All right, we can live together under the blue sky as brothers and sisters, serve one God and one God only. That is the most important thing. So my friends, have it. Good night. Or you could sit down and think of what I'm telling you. The most ungrateful political people in Guyana between the two parties is the Indian party called the PPP. During Barnum's time of reign in power, 28 years with Hike, I have struggled to bring about changes that Indian could have been considered a citizen in Guyana because you was raped, your women. Many was raped. Many had to have sex to get jobs. Many wrong things take there. Many had to run to Canada and America. And I'm grateful to America because you, India, was backing Dr. Jagan, who was a communist and refused to change. And America still open their arms and accept you because they say one thing: you are ignorant to the political world. That's why plenty are living in Queens and Canada. Ask the Cubans what they went through under Fidel Castro. And ask Dr. Jagan, who sent your children to Cuba and Russia, but sent his own to America while he was criticizing imperialism, capitalism. Ask them that. And ask Barnum, if you find him, if he's still alive, why he sent his daughter to England. Ask Ben West Charles. But they were talking about Africa, Cuba, and Russia, and gold and Mozambique. Think of it. So, before you all go out with nonsense, look at your Indian neighbor, and you Indian, look at your black neighbor, stop the bullshit, unite, and find younger people who could lead that nation to victory without this discrimination. And remember, India belongs to Indians, Africa belongs to Africans, China belongs to Chinese, Portugal belongs to Portuguese. But since you're all outcasts, cheap labor and slaves, as you say, like the Portuguese and the Chinese, live in Guyana because that's where you're born and grow. Forget where ancestors come from. You all are a pack of hypocrites. Stop it. How you could worship Muhammad but he was in Saudi Arabia? How can you worship Ram, who's from India? And you cannot, or Jesus, who don't even have a home place, by the way, but they say he's from Jerusalem. But he was running for his bloody life. He was like a refugee in the time, running from country to country. So how you could worship these people, but you cannot respect your neighbor, whether black or Indian, and respect them? All of you is a pack of effing hypocrites. Wake up before it's too late, or your children are suffering. Many young black boys and girls are dying too rapid. Who in dying accident? Police shooting down. Plenty young Indians are dying. You don't see it's the curse of the two leaders? It's the curse that your parents have picked up. And Jesus said it. The sword you rise will turn against you. And he said also, do unto others as you would like them do unto you. Why all the politicians, all 65 of them got millions, their friends and family, and you're all still waiting for a paycheck? They got duty-free, nice cars. And since when a black politician or Indian can tell a native of the country he have no right to get a license to work in his own country as a gold miner? That is his. Do you all know what you all are asking for? Let me tell you, no debt will go unpaid. From Rodney debt, Faisal Shah debt, Saturday Shah debt, all who died, all shall resurface. You all will be surprised to know the ghost will be in your house. Got plenty of you name calling. And for Mr. Manzoor, I respect you, you're my friend, Speaker of the House. Are you not ashamed not to represent the Amerindian when you are the leader of the United Force, and that was the #1 post, 7th seat, country independent, 3, Jagan get power? Use your voice, man, or may God have mercy upon you and your entire generation. All of you have a good night. Peace.